Okay. So once you have an MSI, you should right click that MSI. Only MSIs you can open with Orca. Okay. This is the Orca. When it installed, it show as table editor. Okay. I click on the table editor and it will ask for yes or no, and then it will show the MSI. Okay. So how Orca came means I have installed the Orca MSI in my machine actually. If you see Orca, I have installed in my machine. This is my control panel. Okay. How I install means I have downloaded from internet. Directly I searched like Orca free installer and then I downloaded this MSI. Actually the downloads as a zip file. Okay. This zip file you will right click extract all. You click on extract all. Then this folder will come. Inside this folder this MSI will be there. Okay. Only MSI will be there. Once by double clicking this MSI and installing it, you can install the Orca. Okay. So this is what Orca is installed, and once it is installed, you can open the MSIs using that Orca. Okay, I just showed you, right, how you will open it. Showing it again. Right click on the MSI, open with table editor. Okay, so you can open MSI like this, and these are all the tables present in the MSI. These tables are nothing but the standard actions. Okay, these tables are nothing but the standard actions, means already defined actions, predefined actions. Okay, Kitana? Predefined actions. What are the actions? It's like app search, like finding a file or registry, or like having the installation directory, having the features. Okay, this application has only one feature in it, and also the components. One second, guys. కీర్తి ఇంకో 10 నిమిషాలు ఉండి మీ మమ్మీకి 8:30 వరకు ఉంచుతా అని చెప్పా. వద్దండి, 8:23 అయింది. ఇంకో 7 minutes ఆగేళ్ళు నీకే పడతాయి లేకపోతే అక్షంతలు. Okay, guys. These are the standard actions. Standard actions means predefined actions. They have already defined the actions. Okay, so this shows these are all the standard actions. Okay, just like I told you, the interview question will be like name some standard actions in an MSI. So you can tell like these tables. Okay, you can remember any few of it and you can tell them. Okay, and this is the install UI sequence table in which you can see all the actions that are in the MSI, and also there is a sequence. What is the sequence? Sequence is the order in which the these steps should execute. Okay, this sequence starts from -3. See, if we install the MSI, if it is giving an error for you, okay, for any reason, if it is giving some error for you, the installer will exit. The installation will exit. And you will get a dialog box. Okay, if the installation is not failing, it will check for the related products, previous versions. Okay, if the previous versions are present, it will try to remove them. Okay, app search is used to search any file or registry that belongs to the previous application or any prerequisite. Kirtana, you have idea on what is a prerequisite? For you only I am repeating actually in a short way. Prerequisite. See, if you are installing any Visual Studio application, okay, and for the Visual Studio to install, it won't install directly. It needs .NET to be present on the system. Okay, if .NET is present only, then only Visual Studio will start its installation. So the prerequisite, .NET is the one which is needed in a pre. What is pre? Pre means before, right? So whatever is required before the main installation, that is called a prerequisite or a dependency. You got this? Okay, if the software needs to be installed, but it needs some other application to be present on the system to start its installation, that is called a prerequisite. Okay, so this app search can search that prerequisite is present or not. Okay, how it will search means it will check the registry or a file which belongs to this prerequisite .NET. we will give them the registry or file which is related to .NET, and that file, if that particular registry or file is present, then the MSI will assume .NET is present, and then the Visual Studio application will start installation. Okay, that is called a prerequisite. And prerequisite is also called as dependency. Okay, this is another term to call a prerequisite. If this dependency is not there, the main application won't get installed. Okay, and so these are the standard actions. You can remember few standard actions. I'll share one more video which has in the morning which we discussed. Okay, so you can tell the standard actions, and these are all the standard actions. So you can remember mostly the launch condition and also the app search and the signature table kind of. Okay, so and also the upgrade table. So you can tell the standard actions if they ask you in the interview. And other than standard actions, there are custom actions. Custom actions are nothing but you want to add something in addition to the MSI which is not there in MSI. Okay, just like you want to provide some permissions to a user. See, you guys are familiar with paths, right? You have some share path like this. Okay, the host name, the computer name. Okay, and some C drive or D drive like this. But this computer doesn't belong to you. Okay, this might be a server path, SharePoint, or some other machine on which you have the particular application. You want to access that particular application. Just like I told you, this is my machine and I have my training documents here. I have access to this machine. But if somebody else want access to this folder, okay, what we should do? We should give permissions to that folder to that particular user. If Keerthana needs that, we have to go to the properties and then we have to go to the security. Here we can add Keerthana's name here. Click on add. Okay, permissions. If you see, there is permissions for the folder name. So if I give the Keerthana's name here, if she is in the domain, okay, means if she is the user of the system, then she can access this folder. So what is the concept we are trying to tell here? We are trying to tell that permissions are needed in some applications to work appropriately. Think, one application got installed, okay, and it has a shortcut, but for the shortcut to completely function as required, that folder should be accessed. The complete folder access should be there. Then only the shortcut will launch appropriately and you can use all the features in the shortcut as required. Okay, so you need the permissions to a particular installation directory of that particular application. Okay, so we have installed PowerShell on this system. So assume like this: C for program files x86. Where is a PowerShell? Microsoft. We didn't install a PowerShell. See, where is the shortcut? System, Windows, PowerShell. Okay. Okay, the shortcut is launching from this location. Okay, so in some cases what happens is you need a access to full access to access this all files, and so that the shortcut will launch appropriately. So for that you need to give permissions to that particular folder. So through custom action you can achieve this. Okay, permissions for an installation directory kind of thing. Okay, for any directory, not an installation directory, also some directory which is related to your software installation. That needs permissions for the application to work as required. Okay, so you need to give permissions to that folder. How we will give permissions to that folder? Manually, what you will do is you will right click the folder, click on show more, and then click on properties, and then you go to security and add the username manually. This is a manual way. Okay, but you can also give the permissions using a script. Okay, the script can be a PowerShell script. Okay, Mostly a PowerShell script is preferred, or a batch script which we are using, right? The simple .bat or the VB script. You can use a script and you can use a concept called iCackles concept is there. Okay, we'll discuss in the next class. So don't worry about it. The concept here is you want to give permissions to a folder. How you will do it? Using a custom action. How you will do it with the custom action? By creating a script and keeping it in the custom action. Okay. See, here in the custom action, you will create one custom action similar to this. Okay. So like this you can use a custom action. Okay. First I am telling only the concept. I will show you the video at the end. So there are two kinds of actions. Okay. The standard action and the custom action. Okay. Custom actions are something which we add in addition to the MSI to achieve some kind of functionality like giving permissions, copying files to user profiles and all. Okay. If they ask you in an interview question like where you will use the custom actions, you can mention to give permissions, to copy files or registries, to user profiles mostly, because to normal directories anyway you can do it with your application, to particular user profile. Like I logged into my system and I want the some files to be copied over here. I am Amulya, so the files will be copied over here. So this I can do. But if somebody else logs into the system, okay, something like test machine, some Kirtana, Sri Lakshmi, there are some other profiles which are also using the same system. Okay, they also need this particular application. So they also need the files which I have in my users related to my application. Am I being fast, guys? See, for PowerShell to work, I need this folder to be present on my profile. So if somebody else also wants this application to work appropriately, what you should do? You should copy the same folder to the particular user. Okay. This test is nothing but some other user. Okay. I created. And we should copy this. How we are doing it? I am doing it manually. I am copying it manually. But in real packaging, how you will do? You will use a custom action. And inside the custom action, you will use a script to copy this particular folder to this particular user profile. Okay. So that is the interview question answer. So you can give permissions, copy files or registries to user profiles. Okay. You got your interview question answer now. And then here also examples are there. I'll share the documentation. Please remind me after the end of the session. This is used to launch executable. During the installation or after the end of the installation, if you want to launch any executable, then you can use a custom action. What is an executable? .exe. Okay, any kind of executable exe. Not an MSI, guys. You can't run two MSIs at a time. Okay. So executable can be any kind of other installer. And you can use it to copy DLLs like that. And some scripting related things. And also to differ I'll tell you. Okay. And the topic, do you want to see the custom action? Do you want to see the video or shall I continue with the topic? Are you getting or not? Kirtana, you understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. Not a great.
ఎలా యాక్సెసరీ కేవలం ఒక్క కప్ సరిపోతుంది. ప్రతివారి ముఖం పైన స్మైల్ తెచ్చేందుకు అక్షయ హేజల్ నట్స్ మరియు ప్రీమియం కోకోతో తయారైన నింటరా రుచి అందరి హృదయాలను
Adya.
Good morning.
ఈ రోజు ప్రారంభం.
See, I'm running this video for you. Okay, so that you will understand the concept. See, here he is showing a custom action. Okay. Custom action, and there are options to add a custom action. Launch file from property. Okay. Launch an exe with working directory. Launch a file. Okay. Include the .NET class action. So there are some actions which are defined already in the advanced installer. Okay. If you're using Admin Studio also, you will have an option like add a file. Okay, add a script like that. You can search the internet for that also for advanced install chill or Admin Studio. For advanced installer, here the thing Here the thing I am telling about is 1 second guys. ఆపండి నేను క్లాస్ చెప్తుంది చూడు ముక్కులో వెళ్ళి అది ఇది ఎలా ఎక్కడుతుంది అక్కడ నుంచి లేచి వచ్చి కలుగుతుంది చూడు నువ్వు మాట్లాడద్దు అసలు తనతో నేను క్లాస్ చెప్తుంటే బుద్ధి లేదా నీకు sorry for the disturbance. Okay, here I am trying to tell like there are options. Okay, there are options where we can create a custom action based upon the options. We'll choose the option like what kind of custom action we'll create. Okay, you are installing a certificate, you are adding a script, you are running an executable. So here there are options. You can search the options here and then you can select that particular option. I will share the link also. You can see again. Here see what he is selecting. He is selecting the execute the inline script code. Means he is asking to create a script to perform some action. Okay. So this is a custom action to create a script. Click on this and if you see here we have action data and a script type. Here whatever is white space is there. Here we can paste the custom action script, whatever script we have already created. And the best practice is whenever we create a script, we have to test it manually first. Okay, this point you are getting. Whenever we are creating a script for anything, okay, if you are creating a script to give permissions, first we have to manually check that script. Okay, check manually in your system by double clicking that script and then come and place the script here. Okay, whatever tool it is. Here he has created a custom action named my app install custom action. Okay, this is just the name he is giving. Okay, if you want I'll just send it back. You're able to hear me, right?
చూపిస్తాను
నేను కాల్లో ఉన్న విషయం కనిపించట్లేదా నీకు నోరు మూసుకొని ఉండు 5 నిమిషాలు after giving the name to a custom action I am sending it back. Okay, 1 second. So once you create on this execute line script code, right, this window is opened and along with that here a option is created, execute script code. This option is created already. When you clicked on this execute inline script code, this option is created and we are just right clicking and clicking on rename. Okay, and we are naming something related to our application to be understandable. The name can be anything. If your company have any kind of standards, okay, if they want to keep it in some particular format only, you can follow the same, or else you can give a name which will tell the what is happening. Maximize now
is working.
Okay, see there is a custom action here. They came to custom actions tab and here they have just typed here execute. See my mouse. Okay, here they have typed the execute and they have got an option called execute inline script code and they just double clicked on this inline script code and they got this window here. Okay, in this window, along with this window, here one entry got created with this settings icon and they have right clicked and renamed it. I'm checking, I'm playing again. See, clicking on it, this is opening and here execute script code is formed. Okay, this is formed by clicking on this only. So now they are coming here and right clicking and clicking on the rename option here. Okay, And here they are giving the name for the custom action. See, if your MSI is doing a permissions, you can give permissions underscore custom action or my permission custom action. CA means custom action. The name is up to you. If your company or the organization wants a standard name, use a standard name. If they are not following any standard, you can give your own name. Okay, standard means you know, right? If they want in some format. Here my app install CA is there. If your company wants the custom actions to be in this format, the name and CA should be there at the last. Standard, you understand, right? The name should be similar. Pattern should be similar. Okay. So now in the script text section, if you see here script type, they have selected the script type, what kind of script it is. It is a VBS script they are going to do. So they are going to select this VBS and then they are going to copy the script here. Okay, the script is like message box my install CA is executed. This custom action is an example. So this custom action he has created to just show that this custom action is created. My app install CA is being executed. Like when this custom action is run, we'll see this message. Okay, this is just an empty custom action to just show that custom action will run. Okay, this custom action doesn't do anything actually. It will just show a message like the custom action is being executed. Here also there are some options if you see. When this custom action should execute immediately or when the system is being modified or during the installation rollback or after the system has been successfully modified. Here the point you should note is deferred. What is deferred? Deferred means whenever the installation is started and this particular action should execute in between the installation or before the end of the installation. Deferred means not immediately, not before the installation, not after the installation is ended. Deferred means in between the installation started phase and the installation ending phase.